Hello everybody, pleasant morning to you all. In the previous class, we had a discussion on parts of speech. Okay, right. Now, we will start today's class with a warm-up. Good? May I ask you to stand for a few minutes if you are good? See, what is the sentence I am telling here? See here. May I ask you? I ask you to stand for a few minutes if you are good. Okay, good. If you are good. See here is a capital letter. Here, if is in capital. It's not necessary actually. You could write with I itself. Okay, good. See now, may I ask you to stand for a few minutes if you are good. See, what are all the verbs here in this sentence? We have some words, it has its own parts, okay, except it, as we had a discussion, okay, noun, verb, adjective, adverb, pronoun, yes, absolutely, preposition, conjunction and all. Good, very nice, determiners too. Good. See that here, what are all the verbs you could find in this sentence? Yes, first one is may is a verb, ask is another verb, then stand is also a verb, good, then are is a verb. So we could find 1, 2, 3 and 4. Good. So today the topic we have taken for discussion is, okay, verbs. What is it? Verbs. Good. Nice. See here, verbs. See that when you go with verb, we could broadly divide verbs into two categories. One is main verb. Okay, main verbs. And next one is what? Auxiliary verbs. Auxiliary verbs. Good. See that main verbs could be divided into many categories. See, how do we divide? See that you could divide verbs, okay, main verbs can be divided into three things. One is action verb, then events, okay, actions, events and states. See that main verbs have meanings related to three things. See that what is it? Main verbs. Main verbs have meanings related to one, actions. Second one, events. Then the third one, states. Good. What do you mean action here? At first I give you a definition for the word verb. Verb grammatically, okay, means name of an action. Whatever the name you give to an action is verb. Name of an action and the state of being expressed. This is what the definition given here. So anyway, see whatever the meaning given, okay, for main verb, okay, it has meanings related to three things. One is actions, next one is events and then states. See, actions, for what are you all doing now? You are all standing, okay. See here your friend walks, okay, slowly. See there outside are DOAs, okay, walk slowly, okay, good. See here, you could write an action is going on, She walks slowly. See here is a verb, walks, W-A-L-K-S, walks. The next one is events. See that? Yesterday, you see? Yesterday, usually, okay, on all days, okay, every evening in this week, you could see heavy raining. Okay, am I right or not? So, you could write a sentence like this. It rains heavily. Okay, it rains heavily. Then states. What is a state? What is a state here? See that in dreams you see imaginations exists. Imagination exists in dreams. It's a fact. Am I right or not? Good. See that you could see now three things. She walks slowly. Here, walks is a verb, name of an action. Name. You are giving name to an action given here. That is what? Walk. Then events. Here also an event is being described with the help of a verb. Rains. Good. Then imagination exists. Imagination exists in dreams. Good. Now you see these things could be expressed, okay, with the help of verbs, main verbs. Okay, good. Very nice. See that main verb would be divided into, many things. Okay, you can divide main verbs as what? Link verbs sometimes. Good. Yes, link verbs sometimes. Link verbs too. Okay, have you heard of this word? Link verb. Yes, yeah, good. Link verb sometimes. And what are the other things you could say? Good. Yes, regular verb, irregular verbs, and then finite verbs and non-finite verbs. Good. We will discuss on main verbs in the next class. Good. Today we will see, auxiliary verbs. What is it? Auxiliary verbs. When you go with auxiliary verbs, it has, only 30 numbers. We have only 30 auxiliary verbs. What is it? Auxiliary verb. Auxiliary verbs. We have only 30 auxiliary verbs. Good? Nice. 30 auxiliary verbs can be divided like this. The first one is primary auxiliaries. Primary auxiliary verbs. Primary auxiliary verbs are 17. And the next one is, modal auxiliary verb. Modal, auxiliary. Modal auxiliary verbs. We have 8 modal auxiliary verbs and semi-modals. Semi-modal auxiliary verbs. We have 5 semi-modal auxiliary verbs. Good. See now, 8 plus 5, 13. Okay, we have 13 plus 17, 30 auxiliary verbs we have. Good. So we now discuss, primary auxiliaries. What do? We discuss what? Primary auxiliary verbs. Primary auxiliary verbs. How many? Yes, 17. Primary auxiliary verbs are in 17. See that we could divide primary auxiliary verbs as be verbs, then have verbs, and then do verbs. Be verbs are 8. How many be verbs? 8. The first one is be, am, then is, are, was, were, then being, and then been. See now, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. So how many verbs we have? How many B verbs we have? 8 B verbs we have. Good. The next is what? Have verbs. See that? See here. H-A, we have. Okay. Then has, then had, and then having. So in total how many verbs we have? 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, 4 have verbs we have. Good. Next is what? Do verb. Okay, what is it? Do verb. Do, does, did, doing, and then what? Next one? Done. Good, good. Yes, D-O-N-E. What is it? D-O-N-E. Done. So 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. How many do verbs we have? 5 do verbs we have. Yes, am I right? Good. 5 plus 4, 9. 9 plus 8. How many? Yes, 17. 17 primary auxiliary verbs we have. Good. Then next is what? Modal auxiliaries. What is it? Modal auxiliary verbs. Good. See now, modal auxiliaries. What are all the modal auxiliary verbs we have? Okay, modal auxiliaries we have. What are all the modal auxiliaries? See now. Okay. First, 8 modals, I told what is it? We start, okay, shall, good, then will, then may, and then can, good, then should, then would, then might, and what? Good. C-O-U-L-D. Good. See here, now we have 8 modals. And then next is semi-modal verbs. Semi-modals. Semi-modals are 5. Good. What are those things? Good. Must. What is it? Must. Then need, and then ought, then used, and then dare. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5. Got semi-modals. Now you see the first sentence I told See here, this is what the first sentence I told you. May I ask you to stand for a few minutes if you are good? Can you tell me, okay, what verb is this? Okay, either a main verb or an auxiliary verb or a modal or semi-modal. See that may, M-A-Y. May is an auxiliary verb. Which auxiliary? Primary or modal? Yes, modal auxiliary verb. Next one is ask. A-S-K. Ask is not an auxiliary verb. It's a main verb because it relates to, yes, good, action. It relates to action. The meaning of this verb relates to action. Good. Next is stand. Good. This is what? Yes, here is an even going. Okay. Stand. Okay. Good. Next, next verb is what? R-A-R-E. Okay. R is what? State. What is the state of the subject mentioned here? You. Okay. Good. See that I told you already what? See that if here small letter is enough. It is not necessary to have capital letters. Is it clear to you? Good. Very nice. Excellent thing. Very nice. See here, we see, okay, an overview of this class. Good. We discussed what? Verbs here. So we go with main verbs and auxiliary verbs. Main verbs, okay, have meanings related to actions, events and states. Okay, good. Actions, we can name any action. We can name any action as verb. Good. Then auxiliary verbs, I told you, see that 30 auxiliary verbs. In 30 primary auxiliary verbs are 17. Then modal auxiliaries are good 8. Semi-modals are 5. In total 30 auxiliary verbs here. See that I told you about, okay, primary auxiliaries and then good, yes, modal auxiliaries and then what? Next one is what? Semi-modals. Good. Anyway, we discussed overview of, okay, verbs here and then auxiliary verbs, okay, little bit, okay, little bit in detail. We will discuss its usages, okay, in sentences and statements, okay, in the next class. Okay, good. You just note down all your doubts. Okay, we will discuss all your doubts in the next class. Good. Thank you. Bye bye.